What up, guys? Yo, Fruit Punch Saber here, and we're here, dude. I'm actually doing it. I'm doing it. I'm actually gonna play Ever17, the Out of Infinity, the Super Fan Edition, Himmel Edition, high level. Let's do it. All right. I'm doing it. I already saw the opening. I wanted to change my cameras, but from what I remember, this opening is pretty dope. Yeah, I don't really know anything much about this game. The only thing I know about this game is like one of the early fan translation of visual novels. So that's why a lot of visual novel lovers already read this already. Like, who hasn't read this already, right? I heard mixed opinions. Some people say it doesn't age well. Some people say it's godlike. So, this is one I'm here for. You, Asakawa. Right? This is what I'm here for. Hiroko Isahara. I'm here to determine if the OG visual novels are right or the new school VNs are right. If this game is good or not. This anime itself. Kinda with Tosaka. 2017. Damn, bruh. The guy with the red hair. Who am I? Damn. Gotta hold that, bruh. Not much I can do. I either cover the pictures or I cover the text. So you gotta hold it. Promise pass and returning where one belong. We are finally here. Ever17, the Out of Infinity. Like I said earlier, there's very mixed opinion on this visual novel. Some people like it, some people don't. It seemed pretty split to me, right? And I don't know, this just is a Reddit comment, but he said the only people that like this are the old heads, the old foggies, the boomers. Because Ever17 is one of the first English fan-translated visual novel that was fan-translated. So that's why a lot of old heads have fond memories with this visual novel. I have zero relationship with any of the series. With the author, I don't know. I'm going this completely no knowledge. Except for maybe a little bit of a helping hand. But besides that little helping hand, I have pretty much no knowledge on Ever17. Let's see if this game still holds up in 2022. Dang, the text is too fast. See, I'm playing the Super Fan Edition. I don't know if this is part of the fan stuff. But I already changed it a little bit. You and Coco. I want Coco. Because that's my girl in Golden Time, bruh. Her name is Coco. Option. Speed's too fast. Go 3. 2. Let's do 3. Okay. He was in the middle of the blue world. There you go. As far as the eye could see, a sheet of water reached into the distance. The May sun shimmered on its surface. Above, high above, stretched a clear blue sky. The fresh new sky looked so glossy and vivid that I'm getting seasick. Oh, stop shaking the damn street. I mean, and vivid that it might spill down to Earth at any moment. No, we need this. It's for immersion. That was all that was reflected in his eyes. The straight line of the horizon stretched into the distance, dividing the sea from the heavens.
のどかだな。
And the main character's voice, I don't know, I hope that's me. He murmured to himself. A solitary seagull traced a gentle arc in the sky as the wind carried it away. The wind carrying the ocean's scent blew him gently. The din of people could be heard in the background. The merry sound of children's voices echoed broad in the sunlight pouring down.
平和だよな。
It was as if it was in a dream. May 1st, Monday. What is going on? I'm covering the time, bro. Do you need to see the time? Motherfucker. Can I save? Damn, we might have to do take 3. Alright, whatever. You don't need to know the time. It says like 11 a.m. something like that. 16 p.m. from M Island, Komagahara Archipelago, Tokyo. The man-made island, Insulol, rose above the waves of the water. It seemed like a place removed from reality. The word utopia might have sprung to mind to describe it. Actually, on slab of the rock on the boat dock of the floating island were carved the words, "Where is heaven?" Above the sky and at your feet. Leaning out over the railing of the islands, he gazed into the ocean depths. In the blue distance, he saw a massive metallic structure swaying gently.
楽園か。
He mumbled and looked back casually. And there was a tanuki, or a raccoon dog. Hey man, this text is too fast. Is this the message? Let's do that. Oh, his eyes met those of an animal's. Alright, that's too slow. Alright, Mama Bear. For a moment, they eyed each other in silence.
どうも。
To clear the air, he nodded his head. The animal turned away, ignoring him. Alright, that's too slow too. I guess we gotta go 3. Screw it. Upon closer inspection, he noticed something biting the animal from behind. What the hell? Speechless. It was a young girl. She was shaped like a person. Looking closer revealed that there was something strange about her as well. Namely, a small tanuki attached to the girl's backside. In front of him, there was a big tanuki being bitten by a girl who was being bitten by a smaller tanuki. The scene was enough to make him lose his sense of reality. He rubbed his eyes, rubbed them some more, and opened them again. Even after blinking several times, the bizarre scene refused to go away.
ねえ、この子たち、なんとかしてくれない？
That's a mascot, whispered the big tanuki. But the words didn't reach his mind because it was so busy trying to process the absurd scene. Nice dog noise. I must be dreaming, right? That was what he was really thinking. A dream. A dream that would not let him wake up. And whiteness. A cold white reality stretching forever. He felt the difference in temperature on his skin. The shock of it finally forced him to open his eyes. 11:34 a.m. It's 11:34 a.m. I'll move my camera later, bruh. I can't do it right now because I gotta close the game. Next stream. He wondered how long he had been sitting. It wouldn't have been long. I guess I'll move my camera. Let me see. Can I save? Did it save? So I just gotta press F6. And then press enter. So. What? Oh, that's how you save. Oh, quick save. Oh. Okay. Quick game. Alright, I gotta move my camera. Hold on, man. Alright, because it's covering the time. The time, I feel like it's too important. So, I guess we could switch it up. Right. And then let me boot this up again. Yeah. Perfect. Alright. At least it loads pretty quick though, right? Alright, you've seen this already. Continue. Okay, at least I figured out how to save now. Yeah, that's much better. It couldn't have been long. It had only been in the park for an hour. He had been sitting on a bench the whole time, eating the same ice cream.
冷たい
Of course it was. It had melted into a muddy mess. A melted vanilla ice cream trickled onto his hand, spilling on his lap.
冷たい
The ice cream slowly soaked into the fabric of his pants. Finally, the coldness of it had spread completely, soaking into his skin. He had been sitting there a while. He had been sitting so long, but the person he was waiting for never came. There was no sign that she would. Why hasn't she come? He didn't know. Why am I here? He felt like he was teetering on the verge of utter confusion.
やれやれ
He shook his head and sighed. It didn't seem like his pants would dry anytime soon.
どうしたの？
He sensed a slight movement and a girl sat down next to him. She was sporting the theme park uniform, a white outfit with a bluish ribbon. She looked like a guide.
もしかして迷子かな？
A beaming innocent smile appeared on her shining face.
友達とはぐれちゃったのかな？
I got no friends.
うん待ってるんだ
待ってる？
いや待ってたんだ
待ってた。私を？
違うよ
Looking at her grin, he seemed to be flustered.
ここで待ってるように言われたから
でも待ち人来たらずって感じね。
Dang, the voices is so low in this game, bruh. Let's do music too. She gave him a sideways glance.
見るからに待ちぼうけの待ちくたびれな少年。そうだ。
What the fuck? Why is the volume so different? Her face suddenly lit up and she clapped her hands together.
ねえねえ、君一人なんでしょ？
え
退屈してたんじゃない？レミューの中案内してあげようか。
She tugged at his arm. Uh-oh. Oh shit. Without waiting for his reply, she made him stand.
でも待ち合わせが
待ち合わせ？誰と？
Oh, her name is You. I changed her name to You. Hey, should I change it back to You? I guess it makes sense. Right? Why would she be You if she's not You? Who was it? He couldn't think of the name.
まあ、誰だか知らないけど、いつまで経っても来ないなら、もう待たなくてもいいんじゃない？
She said that happily, almost prancing around.
ね、行こうよ。
うん
I didn't check. Is this game okay? I forgot to check if this has H scenes. I'm sure it doesn't have H scene, bro. We'll be okay. He nodded slightly. The girl name tag glittered brightly against the white fabric of a uniform.
YOU
That was what it said.
I am you.
Why would you change it to You? I am You. Why would you want to change it to You? I wonder what's the lore with that. She nodded.
私は田中。下の名前は You。
You
本当はもっと長い名前なんだけどね。
What?
長い
そう、果てしなく長い名前。だけど、めんどくさいから You でいいよ。
Aww.
よろしく。
With that, she enthusiastically stuck out her hand.
よろしく。
Without thinking, he shook her hand. And before he realized it, he's been sucked along into her rhythm.
じゃあ行こっか。
She reluctantly released hands. He looked once again at his hand, which had connected them moments before. The vanilla ice cream that had spilled on it had completely melted away. What the fuck is going on, bruh? 11:43. Well, it is. How you do? Whatever. I'm still trying to get used to the controls. Whatever, bro. He noticed that the two Tanaki had formed a line and were moving forward. In front of them had a massive gate and had been sealed shut. The gate swung open soundlessly, and the big Tanaki, the little Tanaki, and the girl went inside. Finally, my turn. He followed their footsteps. There was LeMU's only entrance for visitors. Several park employees waited at the gate and handed over what looked like earphones to the visitors. It seemed that the earphones were to be used at some point up ahead. He wondered why. Looking around skeptically, but obeying instructions, he stepped into the building. He surveyed the ceiling. There were no windows. From the polished round walls, it was clear that the room was dome-shaped. He looked around. Many of the visitors who had been waiting in line headed into the room. Among them were friends, amorous couples, and people with their families. However, it seemed the Tanaki family had split up. The big Tanaki shoved his way through the crowd of people and continued through a door on the other side of the room. The young girl stayed on the same side of the room as the little Tanaki. I got no clue what those Tanaki are all about, but I guess my friends aren't here either. He didn't see any familiar faces around. He figured maybe they had already taken the far elevator downstairs. Just 20 minutes earlier, the visitor's room had reached capacity, and the friends he had been waiting with had gone ahead, leaving him behind to go down with the next group. Oh well, I'm sure I found everyone down below soon enough. Finally, the gate to the entrance slipped shut quietly. The big Tanaki fiddled with something on the wall, and the room got a shade darker.
皆さん、どうもこんにちは。
11:47 a.m. A park employee emerged out of the darkness. He wondered where she had come from. She was wearing a flashy dress. The dim light shining on her made her seem like a character from some dream. Whoa! Oh my god, my camera. What the hell?
あれ？反応がないですね。もう一度行きますよ。こんにちは。こんにちは。
It was a girl who, just a little while ago, had been attached to the rear of a large Tanaki.
あ、元気のいい女の子発見。
Hey, turn up. Ayo.
お名前は？やかにココです。
That's Coco. Alright, you can keep the name Coco.
で、こっちが愛犬のピピ。
PP. Not my Coco. That's not my Coco, bro. I'm going with regular Coco. So that isn't a Tanaki, it's a dog. I thought they didn't let pets in here. He tilted his head
コ
doubtfully.
コちゃんはレミューに来たのは何回目かな
LeMU.
1、2、3、4、5今回が初めて
What the hell?
面白い子ねよく言われますついでだからもっと面白いことやってあげよっか
Sure.
え最近ね友達から超ウケるコメッチを教わったのそれはまた今度ね
Let the nice lady do her job.
どうしてこれから皆さんにお伝えしなくちゃいけないことがあるのそっかほいじゃあしょうがないよねでも本当に面白いのにな 残念だねピピ。
PP?
では改めまして、この度は海洋テーマパークレミューにご来場くださいまして誠にありがとうございます。これから皆さんにこのテーマパークレミューのご説明と少しだけ注意事項をお知らせいたします。
そんなのどうでもいいから早く中に入れてよ。
私ももちろんすぐにでも皆さんをご案内したいのですが、申し訳ありません。
What?
実はどうしても皆さんにはこの加圧室に留まっていただく必要があるのです。たった17分間だけです。
Oh, Ever17!
その間だけどうかお付き合いください。まずこの部屋についてですが、ここは加圧室と申します。これからこの中の空気圧を6気圧まで加圧します。なぜ気圧を上げなければならないのか、理由は後でご説明するとして、その前にひとまず注意事項をお伝えいたします。これから気圧の上昇に伴い皆さんは耳に違和感をお感じになると思います。
I do that a lot. I felt that when I was riding airplanes and stuff.
高い山の上から降りてきた時と同じように気圧が鼓膜を圧迫するからです。
Oh, I was just talking about that.
ですから耳がちょっと変だなと思われた時には
Like it hurts like hell.
指で鼻をつまみ口をしっかりと閉じて耳抜きをするようにしてください。
Oh, bro, I just leaped through it. I didn't know that. Does that work? Pinch your nose? Close your mouth? Alright, I'm gonna do that next time I fly.
それでも耳が治らない場合や体調が悪くなってしまわれた場合には手を挙げて知らせてくださいね。その時にはすぐに加圧を停止します。ところで耳抜きのやり方がわからない方いらっしゃいませんか？
Why she's making that face? Why she look surprised? I didn't know that.
よろしいでしょうか。
Yes.
では加圧を始めましょう。加圧時間は先ほども申し上げましたように17分間です。
17. Ever17.
その間に皆さんにレミューの構造についてご説明いたします。皆さんもご存知の通りレミューは海の中に浮かんでいます。水深17メートルから51メートルの海の中に。
Damn, they really like using the word 17, huh?
さて図をご覧いただければお分かりになるように、これらは4つの層に分かれた構造をしています。
I only see 3 layers.
上から順にインゼルヌル、エルストボーデン、ツバイトシュトック、ドリットシュトックと呼ばれていますが、一般的に言われるグランドフロアから地下3階までのことだとお考えいただいて結構です。インゼルヌルとはここ浮島のことです。洋上に浮かんだ巨大な人工島。インゼルは島、ヌルはゼロという意味のドイツ語です。つまりここは地上階ゼロフロアということになりますね。次にエルストからドリットについてですが、
Just then.
ねえねえねえねえってば。
As he was listening to the explanation, someone pulled on him from behind. He turned to look around. It was a girl who had just been talking with the park staff. What's her name again?
ねえここのコメッチョ気にならない？
No, fuck off. I'm trying to listen. Oh, that's right. Her name was Coco. And that animal she's holding is Pepe or Popo or something.
気になるでしょ？さ
え、何が？
っき言おうとしたコメッチョのことだよ。
What?
コメッチョ？
知らないの？最近流行ってるっしょ？
知らないな、そんなの。なんだそれ？
アメリカンジョークのことだってば。コメッチョコメッチ
I don't. What? I don't get it. Is that a pun?
ふん。
ョ。気になるでしょ？教えてほしいでしょ？
I don't know. It's the year 2022. You could offend me. I don't want to listen to your shitty joke. Do I listen to a shitty joke? I don't want to listen to the goddamn explanation either, though. Alright, fuck it.
気になるかも。
I'll listen to your shitty joke.
OK。じゃあ教えてあげよう。昔ある男が死んだおじいさんの幽霊に向かってこんなことを尋ねたんだ。
Man, I regret this. I should have listened to the explanation, huh? Fuck. Can we go back? I want to redo.
気になるでしょ。教えてほしいでしょ。
Oh, God. Fuck.
100万年と言ったら幽霊にとってどれぐらいの時間なんでしょうか。すると幽霊はこう答えた。100万年と言ったらわしにとっては1秒みたいなもんだよ。次に男はこんなことを尋ねた。幽霊にとって100万ドルっていうのはどんなもんなんでしょうか。幽霊は答えた。100万ドル。それは人間の価値で言えば1セントと同じようなものじゃ。
I don't get it.
その答えを聞いて男はニヤニヤと愛想笑いを浮かべながら最後にこんなことを聞いてみたんだ。おお、おじいさん。ならばあなたの1セントを私に1ついただけないでしょうか。って幽霊は微笑みながらこう言った。ああ、もちろんいいとも。すぐにでもやろう。だが1秒だけ待ってくれないかな。
Oh, a million years.
どう？とびっきり生かしたジョークでしょ。
ところでこの加圧室に入る前に
Oh,
皆さん
fuck.
にイヤホンのようなものをお配りしましたよ
I
ね。
wasn't listening.
はい、そうです。今皆さんが耳に装着されているそのイヤホンです。これはただのイヤホンではなく音声変換器と言います。
Damn, this is the AirPods before the AirPods.
レミューの中にはヘリウムガスが充満しているので、この変換器を耳につけていないとアヒルのような声に聞こえてしまうのです。
He removed his voice alternator to see what would happen. Haha, it's true. People really do sound like ducks. Then again, maybe they sound more like aliens than ducks. The voices of people around him jumped to a strange higher tone.
なあ、なんか喋ってみてくれよ。なんだよその声、すげえ笑える。
Coco hadn't been listening to the explanation.
そうだ、さっきのコメッチョもう一回聞かせてくれないか。
Oh.
どうして？
いいからいいから。
昔ある男が死んだおじいさんの幽霊に向かって
This joke's too damn long.
100万年と言ったら幽霊にとってどれぐらいの時間なんでしょうか。すると幽霊はこう答えた。
This guy. Where's my mouse?
変なの。さっきはちっとも笑わなかったくせに。
He put the voice alternators back in his ears, looked back at the staff member again.
さあ、説明はこれで終わりです。あと1分ほどでこの部屋の脇にあるドアが開きます。ドアの向こうはエレベーターになっていますので、下降すればその先には素晴らしい楽園が広がっています。それでは海洋テーマパークレミューを心ゆくまでお楽しみください。
さて、それじゃ行くか。
Just as he headed for the
と
elevator.
ころで、ねえ、一人で来たの？
ああ、俺？いや、友達とはぐれちゃってさ。
迷子なんだ。
ちょっと違うけど、まあ似たようなもんかな。エレベーター降りたらそこら辺歩いて探してみるよ。
さっきの係の人に相談してみたら？
お、それもそうだな。ちょっとすいません。
Looking back, he saw that the employee had already disappeared.
じゃあ君、一人でレミューに来たんだ。
So there's like two main characters.
そうだよ。
それにしてもさ。
After bending down to wipe away the white stain on his pants, you stood up.
珍しいよね。男一人で遊びに来るなんてさ。
That was true. It was paradise, an amusement park. In that instant, he had almost forgotten even that.
でもどうして連れの人と一緒に入場しなかったの？わざわざレミューの中で待ち合わせなんて。
それは
Now that she mentioned it, who had said to wait on that bench? Whose idea was it anyway?
まあよい。わけは聞かないでおいてあげよう。
Who was it?
しかしあれだ。要するに君は振られちゃったみたいだね。
振られた
Stood up. It took a moment for the meaning of the phrase to register.
つぼしだったのかな。ごめんなさい。
She shrugged slightly embarrassed.
まあそう落ち込みなさんな。
She changed modes abruptly and let out a hearty laugh. She slapped him solidly on the back.
私がとことん面倒見てあげるからさ。
He nodded, a bit overwhelmed. So, I was stood up. It must have been dumped. Huh? Then again, he wasn't sure exactly what had happened.
でもさ、
何？
ユウは今仕事中じゃなかったの？
固いこと言わないの。
No matter how many times he checked, she was definitely still wearing a LeMU uniform.
暇だったし、ちょうどよかったのよ。
This is Ever17. It's I heard this game gets crazy. They got an egg-like elevator together. The egg slowly began to move. It felt like they were slowly floating
上
up.
に参ります。
She whispered mischievously. The elevator was terribly crowded, and everyone was packed in like sardines.
ちょっと暑いね。
Her face was so close that he almost bumped into it. Their bodies were flushed against each other. She was soft and warm. He was surprised. All of a sudden, he felt embarrassed and started to squirm.
ちょっと少年。変なとこ触らないでよ。
She whispered into his ear, puffing out her cheeks. Cram into the elevator. He couldn't move at all.
すくったい。あんまり動かないで。
そんなこと言われても息ができないんだ。
He couldn't move, but he couldn't bear standing still either. As he grasped for breath, he noticed her light perfume. Finally, the egg arrived at the top floor, and his suffering was over. He let out a cry and bolted from the elevator.
どうしたのいきなり。待ってよ少年。少年。
He sprinted away, leaving you far behind. Leaving you! It wasn't that he was trying to escape from her. He'd seen something. At the edge of his vision, he thought he'd seen someone. Up ahead, that someone was still visible. He chased after whoever was like a man possessed. I've seen that face before. I'm sure I've seen that face before. That was what his instincts were telling him. But where had he seen them? He tried to sort through his foggy memory. As he sifted, he kept running forward. He felt a desperate need to meet the person, but he had to hurry. Eventually, he ran out of breath. Holding his pounding chest, he looked up. There she was. Mixed among the other people was a girl standing. He was sure that the person that he had been searching for was that girl. This is Tosuka's voice, right? Urikana. It was the middle of the holidays, but for some reason, she was wearing her school uniform. He wondered why she was alone either. Oh yeah, I gotta talk to her. She was by herself. She was all alone, just like him. What should I say? Where should I start? Let's see. He needed to calm down and focus. Huh? Why is it I have to talk to her? Why in the world? Who is she? Who was she? She was... well, she was... He was calling a wave of people. He got pushed into an elevator. It started to rise toward the surface. 17 meters below sea level, the elevator stopped at the first basement floor. He got off the elevator as if he were being spit out. This floor is called Esther Boden. He glanced around at his surroundings. She wasn't anywhere to be seen. He thought that he had both ridden up the elevator together, but he had apparently lost sight of her in the crowd when he got off. He lost her. He hadn't even been able to say a word. He felt really depressed. Maybe. Did she call out to me? That idea suddenly popped into his head.
なんだろうこの感じ
His heart was still beating furiously.
どうかされましたかお客様
The uniformed staff member, different than you, was talking to
ど
him.
なたかお探しですか
She gave him a warm smile as she said that.
あ、そうです
Feeling that he seemed a little desperate, he quickly blurted out an
人を
answer.
探しているんです待ち合わせをしててでも会えなくて
どんな方ですお名前は
それはちょっとそこにいるやつ
Patter, patter, patter. Suddenly the sounds of footsteps came rushing at him.
僕のことあ、そうだ
Running feet braked sharply beside him. The guy was out of breath. Are these two guys like main characters?
実は聞きたいことがあるあ
Surprised, he slowly opened his mouth.
なあ知らないか
There was nothing to do but see where the conversation
い
went.
きなりで済まないけど知らないかなここら辺にいなかったかな俺の知り合いなんだけど
What the fuck? Why are you asking this kid?
一人は身長 5.1 フィート体重17かサングラスが似合ってない手は遅いが足は速くて3枚目もう一人はスーツで丸刈りネクタイなし耳にピアスが3つ鼻に1つ趣味は編み物そして最後はこう言って派手なフリルのたくさんついた地味な花柄ワンピースというどこにでもいそうな3人組なんだけど
Dude, we have never seen any of those people in our lives.
見なかったいいえ
The young kid shook his head.
そっか悪いね呼び止めちゃって
Waving slightly, he left. The youth continued down the corridor ahead. A girl came over to him and started talking to him enthusiastically. He thought he had seen her before. Huh, I wonder if she knows that kid. But a troubled expression appeared on his face.
ねえねえここの米茶聞きたくない
Oh god.
え君誰
So that's it. She was probably one of those kind of people that would talk to anyone about anything anywhere, whether they were interested or not. He thought he would go down below. The elevator arrived soundlessly and swallowed the waiting patrons. He went with them farther into the depth of the LeMU. He walked around aimlessly. The attraction was all packed with visitors. Everyone had beaming smiles and yelled happily, all evidence of LeMU popularity. But still, wandering around a packed and lively amusement park all alone was a bit torturous. He couldn't help trudging around with heavy feet and slumped shoulders. He was on the verge of looking depressed, but he held his expression in check.
しかし参ったね
I don't know, bro. I don't trust that cucumber. Walking around blindly in that place, he thought he might never run into his friends. The floor was a lot wider than he
あ
imagined.
そうだ携帯
He took out his PDA multi-purpose communication device from his pocket. He pushed a button. He didn't have any messages, no mail either, but the problem seemed to be it was out of range. At least that was the kind of display it said.
マジですか
I mean, you're underwater.
このご時世に県外とは
Then he recalled that they said something about it being a giant tunnel in the middle of the ocean where only select radio waves could reach. And that LeMU used special electronic equipment, which wasn't very compatible with mobile equipment. More than anything, they didn't allow PDAs to work inside, so the faculty would be completely separated from the world above as part of the attraction. At least that's what they told him at the entrance, but he hadn't listened to a word of it. What? Hey, is listening to that dumbass... Is listening to Coco joke... Did that fuck me up, bruh? All because I listened to a terrible joke? Maybe I should get them to broadcast a message over the intercom. He thought it might be best to just ask the staff member. He decided to look for one. But there wasn't a uniformed person in sight. There weren't many people walking around the corridors either. He turned a corner and entered a completely different corridor. There, right in front of him, was a giant Tanuki. It was the one he'd seen at the gate while coming in. The Tanuki was operating a panel on the wall. I'll bet that's a LeMU employee. Thinking it perfect timing, he saddled up to the Tanuki and called out.
すいません、人を探しているんです。知り合いです。アナウンスで呼び出してほしいんだけど、名前は
The Tanuki slowly turned around and looked at him, but didn't say anything.
もしもし?
The Tanuki turned away, avoiding him. He was being ignored. I wonder if it didn't hear him. The Tanuki was wearing a big stuffed suit and was a full head taller than him. There was a definite possibility that his words weren't even reaching the ears inside.
もしもし? 聞こえてますか?
He asked the question nicely as he poked the Tanuki in the ribs.
ちょっと贅肉が多いんじゃないか、あんた.
He continued talking as he pinched, pulled, and released the Tanuki flank. He thought that for a mascot suit, the Tanuki shot him a pretty realistic glare before it turned to walk away. Upset at that, he grabbed the Tanuki's shoulder.
おい、お客が困ってるのにその態度はないんじゃない?
He's been gut punished. The Tanuki had actually slugged him. Not even his parents had ever even really spanked him before. It had been a totally cheap shot. The Tanuki had landed a solid uppercut.
こら、タヌキ! お前だ!
He went down on his knees and kneeled over. Nearby visitors reacted.
お客様、どうしました?
Just then, a park employee appeared from the door.
お腹でも痛いんですか?
It was a Tanuki, bro. I don't know what to say, bro.
I いや、なんでもない。ちょっとこけただけ。
I'm scared of the Tanuki, bro.
そうですか。
Bro, why the Tanuki's glaring at me? He couldn't bring himself to say that the Tanuki had floored him with one punch. The big Tanuki turned his back and ran. The Tanuki's silhouette pranced lightly away into the distance. A moment later, it had disappeared up the hallway ahead.
あれ? あのミュミュン、どうしたんだろう?
Mew Mew. The staff member looked after the Tanuki as she spoke.
落ち葉に戻りなさいっての。まあ、いいや。
She looked at him again and smiled, laughing.
お客さん、何かありましたらいつでも呼んでくださいね。
Wait, I need to look for my friends. The staff member disappeared. I see. That wasn't a Tanuki. That was Mew Mew. He wasn't sure why Mew Mew had hauled off and punched him, but he knew that wondering about it wouldn't help. So he decided to forget about it. He needed to be getting somewhere.
もう少し自力で探してみるか。
He muttered that as he composed himself. He knew there should be several attractions at the other end of the corridor. And this song kinda lit. His friends might have been looking for him as they waited in line.
で、どっちに行きゃいいんだ?
His leg was so tired that he couldn't barely move. This is the world's worst theme park. And that was exactly how he felt. Hit by a slight dizzy spell, he leaned against the wall.
なんなんだ、一体。
He sighed. He was fully and utterly beat. The staff member that had just been talking to him had vanished somewhere. Yu wasn't around either. He had lost sight of the other girls as well. He was alone again.
ここに何しに来たんだっけ、僕は。
He thought that maybe he should have waited where he was before after all. Having lost his destination, he rode the elevator from the aquarium and returned to the basement floor 2. Basement floor 2, Zweiter stalked. The second floor. I screwed up. The rest area is down one more level. He felt like he had come a long way from the elevator room. He didn't know which path he should take to go down. Which way?
ちょっと、こっちに来てくれない?
A voice called to him from somewhere. From the shadows of the path, the owner of the voice was beckoning to him, but the hand did not belong to a human.
ほら、早く来てよ。
It was the whispering voice of a young woman. Her bulky black arm was swaying rhythmically. Disturbed by the difference between the voice and his owner appearance, he moved hypnotized in its direction. The hand and arm clearly belonged to a Tanuki. It was a big Tanuki.
ここ、どこだかわかる？
He was led by the Tanuki into a room at the end of the hall walkway, or rather, packed into
こ
it.
こは
This is the girl's changing room. He saw a uniform, like the one you had been wearing, packed away inside an open locker. Hey, I can see some woman's underwear. The room smelled like perfume. The air was saturated with a scent so strong it almost made him choke. The smell was about too overwhelming. He struggled to get his mind under control and maintain his focus.
ねえ、ここどこだかわかる？
The Tanuki asked the same question again. Couldn't think of it. Why was she a Tanuki anyway? He had no
こ
clue.
こは更衣室。
She said that before he could answer.
更衣室っていうのは内緒の行為をするところ。
What? She said that quietly.
行為？
What? Suddenly his vision faded. Everything went completely dark.
それ預かっておいてくれる？
Look after her? He didn't
ほ
understand.
ら、ちゃんと着せてあげるから。
Wear it. He had no idea what she was talking about. He didn't understand why, but he couldn't move. He was powerless to resist her, and he let her do what she wanted. In a moment, something completely covered his body.
これでよし。じゃあ、あとはお願いね。
And the light sound of her footsteps faded into the distance. The last thing he heard was the click of a door shutting. He heard the sound, but he did not see her leave. What did she do to me? His face felt heavy. His body felt heavy. He had tunnel vision. For some reason, his body was bristling with hair. Could it be that this is the mascot outfit? When he shook his head, it made it sound like bristles brushing something. And there was a smell. There was some other scent from inside the costume. A sweet smell that made him dizzy. It pierced deep into his brain. Before he knew what was going on, he opened the door and was shuffling out into the pathway. Oh shit. Without thinking, he let out a cry. Yeah, I found it. It's that Tanuki. He had just heard that it's not a Tanuki, but Myun, the fox monkey. That information had already disappeared from his mind. I forgot his name. It doesn't matter though. That's the person that hit me and ran away. He didn't want revenge, but he didn't want to ask why it had done what it did. Without making a sign, he slowly approached the Tanuki mascot, Myun. As soon as he got behind it, he quickly grabbed the costume by the head. There!
誰？お前こそ誰だ？いきなりあんなことしやがって。あんなことってしらばっくれるな。何のことだかわからないよ。お前だろう、俺を殴ったのは。
Huh.
違うよ、違う。知らない。嘘つけ、忘れたのか？嘘じゃない。女の人が突然この着ぐるみを渡してきて。あれ、お前そういやさっき会ったっけ？いつの間に着替えたんだ？今来たばっかりだよ、僕は。今来たばっかり？おい、何言ってるんだ？だけど、どうしてこんな。
At this point, the Tanuki collapsed. He collapsed in full Myun regalia.
どうした？おい！
Takashi shook his shoulders, but there was no
誰か
response.
来てくれ！なんだか様子がおかしい。
He yelled. Visitors watched from a distance.
どうしました？
A female employee had heard the fuss and came running.
あんたさっきの。ちょっとこいつ急に倒れて。
ちょっと見せて。
The employee took the pulse of the fallen youth. Takashi wondered if she had any medical knowledge.
大丈夫。だけど、このままにはしておけないね。
手伝うよ。
ええ、お願い。
Why had such a thing happened? He had no idea. No idea. where he was, where he had gone. Shaking, shaken, feeling ill. He could feel hair from the costume rubbing along both his sides as two people carried him. Rubbing. He wished they'd get the mascot suit off of him quickly. The fur felt nasty. It was hot. So hot he couldn't stand it. The heat made him feel faint. His consciousness felt like it would drift away. Why had such a thing happened? It was strange. So strange. It wasn't him or her. He heard a different voice from somewhere. He had been hauled into the infirmary.
でもなんだろう、貧血？
着ぐるみが熱かったんじゃないか？着慣れないみたいだったから。
ありえるね。熱射病かな。
なんとかなりそうか。
うん。重い病気じゃなさそうだし、しばらく休ませておけば大丈夫だよ。
そっか。
ありがとう、手伝ってくれて。あとは私が見るから。
あ、それじゃあ頼むよ。
He opened the sliding door and left the room.
人助けか。俺はここに何しに来たんだっけな。
A cool breeze was blowing along the walkway. Breeze, but where was it coming from? He wondered where he had come from. He saw something faintly, a ceiling, sheets, a bed. He had been put to sleep on a bed in the infirmary. He saw something again, below the sick room, bed. What the hell? Is that Coco? Who was on the bed below? Who is this? This isn't me. Of course not. Yo, 12:40 p.m. They decided to go further down the hall. The third floor underground. They had called it Dritterstock. The guys, they gotta be lined up waiting for a crowded ride somewhere.
すいません、乗ります。
He dashed into the elevator. The doors reopened silently and closed again. Huh? One other person had gotten on. A girl. A girl? More like a young woman, I guess. One girl had gotten on. She was about high school age. The elevator floated upwards an instant before descending. There was a faint sound of movement and vibration. And then his eyes met with the girl's. He wondered why. The girl stared at him suspiciously.
何なのあなた。どうしてこんなところにいるの？なんでついてくるのよ。
Oh, what do I say, bro? Apologize. Just who exactly are you? I ain't apologizing shit.
お前こそ何なんだ？俺が何かしたか？
したわ、さっき。
Dang.
さっき？
I was getting more and more confused.
つまり、あんまり邪魔をしてほしくない。だから。
邪魔って何を？
Oh shit. Is she a terrorist? Jolting suddenly, the elevator stopped. He looked at the ceiling. The lights flickered unsteadily. Oh, maybe she didn't do that. She looked surprised too.
なんだ？
まさか。
まさか？まさか何なんだよ。
Couldn't be. He wondered if something had gone terribly wrong. It was strange. Very strange. What the fuck's going on, bro? There's too many things happening. We have two characters we gotta look at. Who's this? Oh! Oh, it's her. We finally met. I've been looking for you this whole time, but his voice didn't reach her. He couldn't hear her voice either. No matter how much he tried, no sounds reached him. Damn, what's going on? But he faintly saw a figure. He was able to make sure. He could see himself and the girl talking over there. He saw on the other side. I could see myself over there. He watched, and then he watched. Oh, what is going on? That's pretty creepy, right? Then the music too. That's strange. No, it's odd. If I'm watching them, then who's the me watching me? Something felt out of place. He knew the truth, and his lips trembled. Who is that? Who could the me over there be? He couldn't shake the feeling that something was wrong. It was like a dream. It was like he was watching the continuation of a dream. But a dream couldn't have felt so powerfully raw. All of the screaming, all the sound running feet, a shrill wailing of sirens. It wasn't a dream or an illusion.
まさかって何を知ってる？
何も知らない。あなたは何を知ってるの？
知るわけないだろ。
The lights gradually dimmed and finally went out. Why? He had no idea. He didn't know. There was no way he could know. But there, on the bed. There, on the bed. There. The bed below. The bed on top. The bed below. Who are you? Who? Stop. Please stop. Don't come out. Please don't come out. Stay inside. Don't crawl out of there. Stop, please. Stop, stop, stop. No. There was nothing to fear. It was alright. Because there was no longer anyone. Because there's no one there.
おい、誰かいないのか？
Oh, he is dead.
俺はここだ。ここにまだいるんだ。
That's the worst place to be stuck at, the elevator.
誰か出してくれよ。返事をしてくれ。誰かいませんか？
Nobody answered. The surroundings were filled with
なん
silence.
だ。誰もいないのか。一人か。
What the hell? Bro, what the hell is going on? Damn, this game escalated. What happened? We were chilling. And it went from like, boom, everyone left. This kid is laughing creepily. The dude's stuck in the elevator. Oh, the music's. The music, bro. I like the music. It's creepy, I like that. He burst with laughter. The ultimate feeling of liberation. There was no one to restrain him anymore. And he ran, but no one stopped him. Getting there was easy. All that was left was to aim for the center. Just take a step. It was simple. He threw his body into the water. He sank. Deeper, deeper, and deeper. 12:51 p.m. Sound died away. The embrace of unbelievably pure silence. Not even a beam of light pierced the darkness. All he could hear was repetitive, heavy breathing. He lost himself, his mind short-circuiting. His vision narrowed and was overrun with blue. Deep blue. Blue. Something was strange. He wondered if it really was blue. Even though he was perfectly still, it seemed as if his heart was racing. Sweat poured off of him. His breathing was ragged and labored. Gradually, his consciousness dissolved into the darkness. Black. Endless black. There was no mistaking it this time. Everything was stained black. There was no boundaries to the color. His ears hurt. The ringing in them wouldn't stop. He felt pressure expanding his lungs. He felt queasy, sick to his
気
stomach.
圧が低下してる。
I forgot, I need to pop my ears. With a pop, the air building inside his ears is released.
出口はどっちだ？
Pitch black. Nothing moved. He didn't move either. There wasn't any sign of a breeze. He didn't hear anything, just echoes from something invisible. Time froze to a stop. If he stopped there, he felt like he would forgot that he was even alive. It was his intuition. Only a little more. No, it was no good. He had to get out. But he didn't even know which direction to go. He had to get himself out of the darkness. Had to. But what could he do? What could... He didn't know. He didn't know. Just then, he felt a faint, warm light. Oh, I see the light. Right there. Light. A blade of light slicing through the flat world of darkness. And he knew the direction was over there. And that there might be a way out. If you're gonna get over there. Dude. Who am I? Yeah, who the fuck am I, bruh? I'm confused. Man, fuck my friends, bro. What friends? But quietly. Ah, bitch. Shit. How do I do this? No, I don't want to be the little kid. Alright, open my eyes. The next thing I knew, I was on the bed. The ceiling was so white that it was slightly blinding. It smelled of disinfectant. I wondered where I
気が
was.
ついた？
The shadow passed above me on the bed. I wonder who it could be. No, wait a minute. Somewhere. It felt like I had met that person somewhere
具
before.
合はどう？ 顔色は良さそうだけど。
Who was it? I knew her. I was sure that I knew her. Still, I couldn't put my fingers on any one thing about her that I knew. The more I thought about it, the more the area around my temples pounded with pain. Let's see. Hold on. I'm so confused. How do you start this game? Okay. I think we're good. Do. I fucked up, bro. Ah, fuck. Can you go back? I'm like, oh man. I fucked up a lot, actually. Damn. I'm trying to, let's see. Damn it, dude, what? I don't understand these choices. I think I might have to start over, honestly, but whatever. Fuck it. We gotta do this one. Ah, oh, fuck. You know what I should do? Ah, whatever. I got to find him. I quietly opened the door. I turned the knob, and the door to the elevator opened slowly. Okay, so I should tell you what's up. I'm actually... Let's see... actually have a very, very weird chart or guide. And what I'm doing is... I'm trying to kill everybody. Wait. Okay, whatever. I don't know. I don't even know what I picked, to be honest, dude. I actually messed up a lot. I didn't even know I didn't know the game started already. There's a lot of choices. I should go back, but it's whatever. I turned the knob and the door to the elevator opened slowly.
System Wiederaufnahme.
I heard the mechanical announcement, but didn't understand what it meant. The battery's probably dead. I pushed the button, but my PDA didn't respond. Thanks to the help of the backlight of my display, I have found the door emergency manual opening mechanism. Hey, are you alive? I spoke to the girl. She looked a little tired. The floor was silent. I heard the sound of water flowing somewhere. It was a muffled sound, but there was no sign of everyone here. Hey, is Takashi not voicing anymore? What the fuck? Ah, this is Boo Boo. What? Why isn't he voicing anymore? They can't afford it. That sucks. No way, bruh. What? He was only voicing the beginning? It didn't show anything. Oh, it's right here. Dang! What's going on here? Alright, I guess I gotta read, bruh.
さあね。
Then she loud. Let's go see if we can find anyone else. Oh, this is... Man, what the fuck? They're gonna tease me in the beginning? I thought everything's gonna be voiced, and it's not. Alright, whatever, bruh. We went into the corridor. Most of the doors were locked, as if to keep us from intruding. We found a floor directory, so we decided to look around the room listed on it. We came out to open the space. Let's see. It was called the rest area. There was a scattered mess of bags, a pair of shoes, wrapping paper from the souvenir shop, and other stuff discarded on the floor. As I expected, there was no one there. There was a thick set of shutters in the circular space in the center of the area. I laughed an empty laugh. I wonder if this area is under construction. That's probably why nobody's here. Yeah, I bet that's why. Let's try the next place. We continued down the path we had been walking. Door down the corridor was shut firmly. Doesn't this door open?
無理じゃない。スイッチもないみたいだし。
We chose a corridor, which was open, and slowly walked down it. We didn't come across anyone. It felt like we were walking a route that someone had set up for us. On a door on the side of the corridor had been left open, and we went in. There was a stand selling tuna sandwiches. It smelled like they had been cooking until recently. Hey buddy, I'll take 2 of the sandwiches that are half price on weekdays. If only someone were here. Looks like he ran off and left his stand. Doesn't he have any pride? Huh? There aren't any other customers here. Business isn't exactly booming, is it? I'm hungry. I wasted too much energy walking around. And my friends took off somewhere without telling me. Don't you think that's rude?
別に。あなたのことはどうでもいい。
Damn. Okay, whatever you say. We return to the corridor we come from, turn at an intersection, and look for other rooms. Everywhere looked the same. I wonder if everyone is hiding somewhere. Maybe they're trying to surprise us.
なぜ？どうしてそう思うの？
Well, it's just kind of fulfilling. I had to speak to stay calm. I felt like if I went quiet, I would return to the darkness of before. In the room we went in next, ruins were awaiting us. Lemurian ruins. They were filled with silence. If it wasn't for the paper garbage strewn across the floor, it would have been hard to believe that anyone had been around. Where is everybody? Hey! Give me a break here! Where did everybody go? There's a limit to how far you can take a joke. Why doesn't anyone come out? I sank to the floor. I didn't know why, but I was having trouble breathing. Against my will, I started to sweat. What do you think? What happened here? Why haven't we seen anyone?
さあ。確かなことは一つだけ。
She said without changing the expression on her face.
ただごとじゃない。このままだとすごく危険。そうでしょ？
She stared at me with calm eyes. I thought I heard a low groan from somewhere. I swallowed nervously. I nodded uncomfortably. The next instant, the girl dashed to the other side of the corridor. I quickly stood up and followed her. I was exhausted, but I used every bit of my power to push ahead. We jumped into a small entrance on the side of the corridor. We headed up. We started climbing upstairs at top speed. We ignored our pounding hearts. We simply ran. We ran without looking back. We ran. We reached the top floor, and I put my hand on the emergency hatch connected to the floating island. The knob didn't budge. Damn, why won't it open? The whole structure rocked. The hatch gave off a squeaking sound, and the knob bent unnaturally. The girl screamed. We raced back to the stairs again. We had no time to get down each step. We jumped down towards the direction where we could see the corridor. The impact on the ground rattled my knees terribly, but I ignored the pain. I was out of breath. I gasped. Safe place, Pokemon. The girl's expression didn't change. Anyway, she hasn't lost her breath much after running that hard. Hey, don't you want to rest? I want to rest.
どうぞご勝手に。
Fine then. I sat down on the floor. The girl walked slowly ahead down the corridor. We could see hundreds of colorful fish swimming comfortably outside the windows. The room was quiet too. It was just the two of us, me and her. Then I remembered that I still didn't know who she was. She had told me to do what I want, but until then, we've been trying to escape together. I wondered what she was all about. It was all a mystery to me.
誰？
Her voice caused me to look up. She hadn't said it to me. Hey, was somebody there? I asked this as I stood. The girl stood still. Her eyes were focused in the distance. I followed her gaze. Oh shit, what the fuck? Oh, I thought she was outside the tank. A lady had appeared where she had been no sign of anyone a moment before, and she was dressed as a park employee. I hadn't heard any footsteps. Huh? What did she get here?
逃げてください。ダメです。ここから早く逃げて。逃げてください。お願いします。危ないんです。危険なんです。
She looked slightly panicked. Hey, what's happened? What's dangerous? Stay calm. Explain what's going on.
お客様、早く。速やかな避難を。予想外のトラブルが。レベルデルタ。ティーフ・ブラウン。
She mumbled this again.
逃げてください。逃げて。お願い。逃げて。
Oh, fuck. What? What? Glass shattered. A massive amount of seawater. And countless fish came flooding in. It was as if they were attacking me. What the hell? Video game. Anime. Damn. Whoa. Oh. The destructive force of the water was incredible. The approaching swell mowed down everything in its path. It swirled and swallowed debris on the floor. Someone dropped purse, a floor guide for the faculty, anything and everything it encountered. I wonder how fast the water is moving. Ridiculous thoughts flashed through my mind, and I wondered how fast I could run. There was no guarantee the water wouldn't catch me. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I ran frantically and jumped in the air. There was water flowing underfoot. Whoa! I slipped. I knew the situation was bad. If I took a spill, I would be sleeping with these fish.
世話の焼ける。
I was carried along in the air. The girl had grabbed my arm and yanked me forward with incredible force. She ran lethally like a tiny gazelle, and her speed was like I had just hopped into a car. It almost felt as though she might rip my arm off. Her strength was unbelievable.
こちらです。急いで、急いで。分かってる。
And even hard to believe was that the park attendant was running ahead of us, leading the way. What is she? It looked like she has been sucked into the swirling water ahead, but no.
ダメです。こちらは動作していません。戻って。そんな暇ない。
We bound from the slope into another corridor. Crap, which way do we take to get out of here? We all ran without stopping, looking for an exit. It's a dead end.
ここ行ける？入れ。
はい。行くわよ。
Hey, this isn't a corridor. Ah! Oh my god, this got anime, bro. She kicked through some metal mesh into a big air exhaust duct. It was a slopping pipe-like tube. We shot down the incline, stumbling. It sounded like there was a crazed froth of anger water roaring behind me. No, I was already caught up in it. Everyone was just flush along. We were spinning circles. We had no idea which way was up and which was down. And then we were all split up in the corridor on the lower level. Saved by the hair, the shutter on the duct clanked shut solidly behind us. The flow of water finally stopped. Ah, it was solid ground. It was a floor. It was safe. I wasn't in the water. I was alive. That was good. Good. There were still fish flopping around on the floor, but the water had receded a while earlier.
この区画の排水完了を確認しました。しかし、施設の約 30% はすでに冠水、浸水したものと思われます。
Damn, what the hell happened, bro? We just beat the prologue and everything went to hell. Hey, wait, just a second. I thought we were going to escape up. If we go down, hey, what are we supposed to do now?
そんなこと言ったってしょうがないじゃない。
申し訳ありません。
The employee looked extremely sorry and was bowing.
私の責任です。
I mean, it's not important right now. No, relax. Yeah, let's all relax. I'm glad to be safe, but more important than that right now is, who are you guys? The chick in black ran like something bionic. When the glass broke, the attendant was right next to it, but she took off at warp speed. What's up with that? And don't tell me that is part of the theme park atmosphere. Neither of them tried to answer. The fish on the floor was still jumping around.
本当に申し訳ありません。
The park employee was bowing so low that her head approached the floor. For some reason, her clothes were completely dry.
ここに突っ立っていても仕方ないわ。案内してくれる？
わかりました。近くに比較的安全な場所があります。ご案内します。
Relatively safe? That's about the same as saying that everywhere else was dangerous. Hold on, let me save. I gotta make sure. Let's see, quick load. Let's load here real quick.
私の責任です。
Let's see. No. I'm waiting for a Pacific line. I don't know when it's gonna come up. But I'm not gonna lie. This game is known for being psychological. So I kinda wanna kill everyone first, at least. Before we, get the good ending and stuff. So I'm trying to wait Pacific action so I can hop onto it. Okay. That was about the same as saying that everywhere else was dangerous. We turned around and started heading back to the corridor we've been washed down. I looked at the panel and finally realized that we were in Zweiterstock, basement level 2. We went in a nearby attraction. So are we the only folks here?
わかりません。現在調査中です。
Yeah, right. Investigating what? I thought as we walked. What is it?
誰かこちらに来ます。3名。
What? 4:41 p.m.
それにしても一時はどうなることかと思ったけど。
We're all dead. I'm gonna try to kill everyone. That's my main goal. It was one of the female employees that I met once before.
命あってのものだねってやつよね。ってあれ？
The girl finally noticed us. I didn't think there'd be anybody else here.
そりゃどうも。元気？
About as good as I look, I suppose.
そっちも大変だったみたいね。
Hey, lucky guess. Relaxing a bit, I returned a smile. There were two people behind the girl. One of them was the girl who I thought was named Coco. Our eyes met. Coco grinned. It's been a while. It doesn't have to be right now, but Coco, will you tell me a joke later? I'm really in the mood for one.
いいよ。考えとく。
Oh god. She nodded brightly. The other person was the kid I brought to the infirmary. See, the main characters are voice. It's just that if you become that main character, they lose their voice. That's kind of lame. I wish the entire Vision Hall was voice. But I guess it's fine. The expression looked darker somehow. If he becomes super upbeat all of a sudden, that would have been weird too, but for some reason it bothered me. Is something wrong with him? He doesn't look so high.
ああ、彼 ちょっとね。
The attendant hesitated.
ところで、ねえソラ、状況はわかる？
The girl attendant addressed a question to the staff member in the dress.
いえ、断線がひどくてコネクションを回復しつつ調べていますが、まだ時間がかかります。
The attendant called Sora said that.
だったら中央制御室に行こう。あそこからなら詳しくモニターできるでしょ。
そうですね。すみません。私が至らないばかりに。
気にしないで、ソラ。
With that, the girl addressed me again.
それじゃあ、これからドリットシュトック3階に降りるけど、ついてくるよね。
Yeah, I'll go. We took an emergency corridor behind one of the attractions. It looked like there were a number of similar narrow corridors above and below other corridors and rooms. I figured that they were probably used as shortcuts by employees as well.
私は田中優。本当はもっと長ったらしい名前なんだけど、優でいいよ。あなたは？
I'm Kuronari Takashi.
倉成ね。よろしく、倉成。
Good to know you, you. The whole time, the girl in the dark clothes silently watched our exchange. We went down the stairs together. Me, Coco, you, Sora, and the kid, the girl in black, 6 of us total. We arrived at Dritter Stalk, the 3rd floor underwater. We used the ladder in the emergency corridor to descend to another corridor and turn around the corner. Control Zentrum. It seemed that it was the central control room.
どう？ここの端末からならわかりそう？
そうですね。確かに直接アクセスした方が早そうです。
Sora faced the monitor and held up both hands. Instantly, the content of the screen began to change, with a number of windows opening and closing while the search for data was underway. Hey, you can operate these computers without even touching them? I got the latest cell phone and it's got a touch panel. And it's got a kinetic recharge function.
静電充電って何？
Man, his fan translated. Don't worry about it. Huh? Oh, it means that even if the battery dies, if you walk around with it or shake it, it recharges itself. It takes a while though. That's pretty cool. I wish we have that. It's 2022. When's my automatic charging phone? I took my PDA from my pocket and loaned it to Coco.
こんな感じ？
Coco took the PDA and shook it using short movements like she was shaking maracas. Yeah, like that. The light that indicated the battery had died lit up.
本当だ！
The harder you shake it, the more it lights up. The lamp flickered. I didn't know if she was having fun or what, but Coco kept up her maraca act for a while. It looked like the PDA wasn't broken. All I had to do was wait and it would probably work again. It seemed the professional diving waterproof specification had boasted were actually true. Sora typed quietly on the keyboard. Huh? She was typing on the keyboard, but it looked like her hands weren't even touching the keyboard. I figured that was my imagination.
わかりました。
Sora seemed to have business-like manner. She seemed done with the computer. Everyone looked in her direction.
皆さん、どうか落ち着いてください。
You
お願
think
いします。
you think she faked typing the keyboard? It might be it. She might be faking typing the keyboard. As she said that, I noticed she looked a little pale. The room went quiet as the focus shifted to her.
まず1階エルストボーデンは一部階段を除き完全に浸水しました。
浸水？1階全体が？
はい、隔壁もすべて下ろされ通路を通行することはできません。
Dude, how they gonna get up, bro? The first floor is gone.
つまりどうやっても上には行けない。
Oh!
そういうことです。またツバイトシュトック、ドリットシュトックについてですが、第3区画は防水扉の閉鎖が間に合わず完全浸水しています。
What?
その他の区画の各フロアは今のところ健在です。ただし いくつかの部屋には先ほど流入した海水が溜まっています。現在排水ポンプを稼働していますが、完全排水には相当な時間を要するものと思われます。
排水ポンプ？電気は普通に使えてるってことだよね。
そうですね。エレベーターを含め一部の電子的システムが制御不能に陥っています。原因は不明ですが、各区画の反線断線が影響しているでしょう。先ほどまで私が十分に状況を把握できなかったのもそのためです。
What does she mean she wasn't able to? Something about her words nagged me at my mind, but I listened to the rest of what she had to say. Damn, bro, I don't trust Sora.
しかし発電機は正常に機能しており、電力は供給されています。ですから発電・循環系統にトラブルがない限りは、ある程度時間がかかっても排水は完了できます。ちなみに館内の内部圧は1気圧です。酸素濃度 22%、 窒素濃度 75%、 ヘリウム濃度 3%、 気温24度。
Oh, damn, bro.
当分私たちが中で過ごしていくことは可能と言いたいのね。
申し訳ありません。その通りです。皆さんには今しばらくの間館内でお待ちいただくことになります。
For a while, how long is that?
救助が来るまでです。救援要請はずっと送り続けています。しかし現在それが届く保証はありません。インゼルヌルへの通信線は非常回線も含め物理的遮断によって使用不能です。また海底ケーブルでのネットワーク接続、音波式水中通話と通信系の回復のめどはまだ立っていません。
So we're like little kids lost smack in the middle of the ocean and nobody can hear our SOS?
はい。
The gravity of the situation was descending on us. There was every reason for everyone to get depressed. I sighed.
はいはい、どうも。それでは元気よく。
One of the group was determined to dispel the gloomy atmosphere. You spoke you. Is that why we want to change the character name to you? I like that though. You spoke so fast that it was almost scary.
証拠の救命艦女子第1年短期アルバイト田中指星はるかなが救助隊の到着まで皆様をご案内いたします。
Oh, her name is YU. Alright, now we can change her name. Here we go. Her real name is Yubisei Harukana. Jeez, she wasn't kidding. Her name is long as hell. Ah, fuck yeah, I like you better. That's on the name tag, bro.
どんどんどんどんパフパフ。
Pafu, pafu. Hey, wait, wait. What did you just say?
救命艦女子第1年花の女子大生短期アルバイト連休中だけの臨時雇いなの。まあなんていうかいきなりなツアー&不慣れなツアコンではありますがよろしくお願いします。
No, no, after that.
は？私の名前のことを田中指星はるかな。
Man, that's pretty impressive. Yubi say what?
田中指星はるかな。
Yubi say Harakana. Hey, I think I did it. Tanaka Yubi say Harakana. Did I did it? Oh, I'm pretty godlike. I practiced, bruh. And Little Busters. There's someone with a really complicated name too. Sei Sasakawa. Fuck, I really fucked up her name, bro. I can't get my tongue around that.
もうだから私のことは言うでいいって言ったの。長いと面倒でしょ。はい質問です。
Another gloom destroyer appeared.
なんでしょう。ナッキュって呼んでもいい？
Not you. Fuck you.
どうぞどうぞ。 あなたのお名前は
Her name is Coco.
八神ココです。ほいでもってこっちはピピ。
Oh, we got a dog. I hope the dog's okay. Her pet dog appeared from nowhere. Boy, she was full of energy. Leave it to elementary school kids.
私は中
Ninth grade. Nani?
3。どうかしたの？
No, it's nothing. It seemed that surprises would never cease.
ココとピピね。よろしくね。はーい。1たす1は？あ、賢い。そうしょ。そう思いしょ。
I wonder if maybe there wasn't enough oxygen in the room. I was getting a headache. The girl in the black clothes gave our upbeat companion a cool stare. You noticed the look.
それでそちらの彼女は？
Huh? Why are you asking me?
あなたの連れじゃないの？
Stupid, what are you talking about?
ふーん。
What's that supposed to mean?
つぐみ、
I realized the girl had spoken.
小町、つぐみ。
Tsugumi, Komachi. It was just loud enough to make out what she was saying.
それが名前。
つぐみって言うんだ。よろしくね。
I turned her back. You shrugged slightly. I thought Tsugumi might have been embarrassed. There was something kind of cute about her. Tsugumi. I think that's a bird name. I remember her tugging me along in the aquarium, running like the wind. I want to thank her, right? Thank her. Hey, Tsugumi. Thanks for helping me back there. I walked over to her, said that.
何のこと？
You saved me in the aquarium, right?
助けたんじゃないわ。邪魔だったから。
What?
あんなところで転ばれたら邪魔だから。要するに足手まといだったの。
Tsugumi looked annoyed as she said that. This chick is tense and scary. In my mind, I retracted my earlier thoughts about her being cute. Tsugumi and I glared at each other for a while.
まあまあ、2人とも仲良くね。
You jumped in between us. I walked away from Tsugumi, and she looked away from me.
そら、あなたも自己紹介しようよ。
You, who was totally in control of the situation, turned to Sora, who was working the computer.
私ですか？
Sora took her hands from the machine and came toward us as if she was gliding.
申し遅れました。私は茜ヶ崎空と申します。LeMU開発部のシステムエンジニアです。一応主任代理ということになっています。
God damn, bro, she's smart. Oh, assistant chief. Oh, yeah. Assistant chief. So you're pretty high up.
代理ですし、名目上のことですから大したことはありません。
But hey, Sora, weren't you up at the gate above the ground? You were given some kind of explanation at the entrance, right? I only heard half of it, but...
そういえば、あの時のお姉ちゃん？
はい、そうです。お気づきになりましたか？ここも人手不足なもので、時々私もあのようなことをしています。
Sora smiled. I'm Kuranari Takashi. I'm 20. I'm a junior in college.
よろしく。
はい、よろしくお願いします。
良きかな良きか
Mucho gusto. What up? Everyone laughed cheerfully. Everyone except Tsugumi. It took a little effort, but the atmosphere finally loosened up. You started gathering us up.
な。さてさて、
Hey, are we missing somebody? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're missing somebody.
縁も竹縄となってまいりましたが、皆さんそろそろお開きに。サンキュー。ちょっと待って。まだ名前を聞いてないよ。
Coco pointed to the corner of the room.
僕のこと？
We completely forgotten him. He's been quiet the whole time, trying to stay out of the way. and mostly kept to the corner of the room. You looked at the boy and looked like her face stiffened a little.
ほいちゃんね、あなたの名前なんていうの？
Coco tilted her head as she asked him the question.
僕は
He looked down. I couldn't figure out what he was waiting for.
僕は誰？
Damn. My man has amnesia. What?
覚えてないんだ。自分の名前。
Maybe you got amnesia. Memory impairment. Am I covering it? Oh, come on, bruh. The one I'm reading. Memory impairment. Aaron Neru. Oh, how you pronounce this? Wrong. Amnesia refers to memory loss for a certain period of time. It is more common with new memories than with old memories. During the period of memory loss, if the person has no memories at all, it is called complete amnesia. But in instances in which some memories can be recalled, it is called partial amnesia. Damn, bruh. I guess I got partial amnesia. Oh, how do I do this? I guess we gotta do it like this, bruh. Right? That way you could read too. That's hard. I guess right there. Generally, amnesia results from trauma to the head, epileptic seizures, mental diseases, and disorders that manifest themselves as memory impairments. When a person has trouble recollecting events prior to the impairment, it is known as retrograde amnesia. If new memories cannot be formed after the onset of the impairment, it is known as anterograde amnesia. Yo, I'm dying. Amnesia caused by inherent mental factors is referred to as organic amnesia, while that induced by psychological stress is typically known as psychogenic amnesia, with hysterical amnesia being the most typical example. Bruh, why are you explaining amnesia to me? Stop! Oh! This is an affliction in which the victim often cannot recall knowledge in relation to his or her personal history, such as one name, history, family, or friends, and is often a reaction to incidents too hard to endure, those which incite an unconscious desire to escape, forget, or repress those experiences of events. Symptoms do not manifest in any particular way physically, but a person's brain function remains normal. People found wandering in this state are often taken in or seek help from authorities, such as the police. Young people in their 20s under severe psychological stress, such as those facing domestic violence, academic problems, marriage issues, or financial difficulties, are the most typical victims. However, this illness can be used as a cover to criminal activities and can be difficult to detect the difference. This is especially seen in individuals with demonstrative personalities or pathological tendencies to lie. Are you telling me this kid is a liar? A criminal? I believe that. Normally in a few days or months, or with help of hypnosis or shock therapy, their memory should return. Complete amnesia can be spurred by retrograde life amnesia. Memories are usually restored gradually, beginning with older ones, and treatment methods include psychiatric care and hypnosis, both narcotic and naturally induced. That was tough. Reading, bruh. Amnesia! What?
そうなの。彼は思い出せないのよ。
脳震盪ではないのですか？どこかでしたたかに頭を打ったのでは？
Yeah, he could have taken a tumble, like you when trying to escape. Tsugumi had let loose a nasty snort when I said tumble.
わからない。何も覚えてないんだ。ねえ、ここはどこなの？
Then he might have got amnesia when he I don't know, when he was in bed or something.
レミューっていう海洋テーマパーク。
レミュー
The kid glanced at Coco. He tilted his head. Coco was playing rock, paper, scissors with her dog, Pee-Pee. We moved to a room with a kiosk in it. Thankfully, at least the electric drink dispenser was working. Each person poured a drink they wanted in a paper cup.
それじゃとりあえずこれからのみんなの無事を祈って乾
What
杯。
happened? What happened? I need to go to the bathroom. Okay then, kanpai.
いただきます。
The string of events leading to the sudden toast went something like, "Hey kid, don't you know anything about before? Not even something personal about yourself? What do I know? Oh, I know, I'm kinda thirsty." And that's how it started. But reason aside, we needed a breather, so the timing was good. Hey Sora, what about you? Don't you want a drink? Sora was standing stiffly.
あ、はい。私、喉が渇きませんから。
Well, how about taking a load off? You've been standing the whole time.
大丈夫です。お気遣いありがとうございます。
Sure, I thought. Sora seemed older than me. She seemed polite and serious. She seemed a typical Japanese woman. Prim and proper, could be one of describing Sora. I looked around at my surroundings. Yu was next to the kid and chatting with him. Sometimes he would laugh or shake his head weakly. I could overhear bits of the conversation. They were talking about his
お
memory.
かしなことじゃないよ。平気だよ。時間が経てば治るはずだから。
It looked like the two of them were drinking orange juice. Tsugumi was way off from everyone, looking into the distance. I had no idea what she was drinking. I didn't have any idea what she was thinking either. After agonizing over whether to drink applied juice, apple juice, applied juice, or cocoa, Coco finally decided on both. But she proceeded to forget about her drink immediately, and Coco took a hold of Pee-Pee, front legs, and started dancing around. It was a cute scene. After things had calmed down, you and everyone else gathered in front of the kiosk.
これからしばらくレミューの中で過ごさなきゃならないわけだけど、その前に確認しておきたいの。まず何が起きたのか、そしてこれからどうすればいいのか。
田中さん、その前者については私からお話ししてもよろしいですか？
ソラ、お願い。
Sora stood in front of everyone and held out her arms. Suddenly, a holographic window materialized in the air. I had no idea the whole system worked, but I figured that was the same one that had used in the entrance to the park.
それではご説明いたします。
Oh, fuck, bro! She got the ring on the finger! And then she said, 12:45 p.m. A blackout suddenly occurred, cause unknown. Next, the emergency alarms began ringing. The cause of this was also unknown. 12:54 p.m. The incel null elevator shifted to its emergency power source, and the evacuation order was issued for the entire complex. Employees and visitors evacuated the premises. At this point, some people panicked and opened the emergency corridor to the outside in their confusion without going through the decompression. It is highly probable that they are experiencing serious decompression sickness at this moment. The emergency corridor to the outside was left open for several minutes. 1:03 p.m. The opening of the emergency corridor disrupted the air pressure balance inside the complex, and the device responsible for adjusting the air pressure encountered problems. The complex started automatically pulling in the air from the outside. As a result, the mixture of gas in the complex, designed to maintain 6 atmospheres of air pressure, escaped. Apparently, helium, which is lighter than oxygen or nitrogen, leaked out first. Air pressure in the complex dropped to 1 atmosphere, the same as the level outside. 2:39 p.m. The major power source came back online. LeMU, the computer system responsible for overseeing LeMU, rebooted and reset the air pressure adjustment mechanism. The air ventilation ducts were closed. However, LeMU was built to saturation diving specifications, meaning as long as the internal air pressure was the same level or higher than the outside water pressure, it was designed not to collapse, which meant 3:55 p.m. When the internal air pressure dropped to 1 atmosphere, it became impossible for the external partitions to withstand the external water pressure, causing the glass to crack under the pressure, thus resulting in flooding. Subsequently, to minimize the damage from the flooding, the emergency watertight doors had automatically shut, which brought us up to speed.
館内の現在の状況を正しく把握したいのですが、モニターやセンサーの一部に未だ異常動作の恐れがあります。よって正確なデータが得られないために、このような概要しか述べることができません。
Hey, sorry to ask you the same question again, but the first floor above us is flooded, yeah?
はい。館内管制を行うレミシステムに再度問い合わせましたが、確かです。
So we can't get out of here.
現在も救助を要請すべく、システムは通信系の回復に全力を挙げています。今しばらくご辛抱を。
So about her head. I was feeling depressed again. I didn't want to admit it, but we were in deep trouble.
まあひとまず助けを待つしかないってことでしょ。
You just keep trying to make everyone feel better, don't you?
あら、暗く重たく絶望的な方がいいの？
Yes. I like to be in my little corner. That's not what I'm saying.
まあまあ、どう？もう一杯飲む？
You came out with a huge industrial-sized bottle and held it up comically. Hey, we should, hey, bro, chill. How about we preserve this shit? We don't know how long we're gonna be stuck here. I just can't get over how cheerful you are, given how totally screwed we are. I complain again without thinking. You know, we're running out of oxygen too, by the way. Not just food, but oxygen.
違うって、こんなだから高いの。
You said that with a bit of a sulk. Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
謝ることはないって。まあ、どうぞどうぞ。
She filled my cup to the brim with juice. Hey, hey. But most of it was just bubbles. This is good.
でしょ？
Damn, nice Slurpee. Thanks for the juice.
毎度、お代はいらないよ。
You shouldering the massive bottle and took it back inside the shop. Carrying it, she teetered like a penguin, which was funny because it really didn't suit her. Geez, she's a funny one. I laughed without thinking. Tsugumi was leaning against the shop wall and staring after you. Her face was expressionless. I wondered what she was thinking. I had no idea. Even if we are going to wait for help, we can't just sit on our butts doing nothing, right? I casually tried to strike up a conversation with Tsugumi.
あなたって深刻ぶってみたりするけど、本当は何も考えてないのね。
How did she know? What? That's not true. I'm thinking. I'm always thinking. Yeah, I was just thinking of a way to keep us from getting bored. I rattled off the first thing that jumped to mind. Tsugumi gave me an annoyed look. She seemed exasperated. I didn't want her to expect anything from me, but her attitude was frustrating. Hey, alright everyone, listen up. I had an idea. I called to everybody.
は？
どうしたんですか、倉成さん、突然。
何かあったの？
ん？
Everyone gathered around. We're not going to accomplish anything just spending time like this, right? So I just thought, why don't we all split up and look around the complex?
なぜです？じっとしていた方が安全ではないですか？
She's not wrong. We got drinks. I don't know if we got food, but we got drinks. Comfort. Why do you want to move? No, I think we should check to see if staying in one place and doing nothing is really the safest thing to do. You know, walk around, see what we can find, and scope out any dangers. If we find some, we can tell everyone to watch out for them or do something to get rid of them. And we can see if there's a safer place, and then we could all gather there.
でも倉成さん、
It's not like the rescue squad is about to burst in the door. So if we're going to have to be here in LeMU for half a day or so, then we should find out what kind of place this is and get to know it like our own house.
それなら私が情報をいくらでも提供します。
No, that's not what I mean. Listen, Sora, you have to look after the communication network, right? You were just talking about how some sensors or monitors weren't working right, and you can't get a full sense of the current situation.
ああ、なるほどね。
You clapped your hands together.
空が SOS を発信してる間に私たちが自分の足で状況を見てくると、どう？空もその方が楽になるんじゃないかな。
ええ、そうですね。確かに。あ、でも皆さんに危険が。
Don't worry, I'm gonna get everybody killed. It seemed that Sora was unsure.
そう。それなら私は行くから。
Tsugumi suddenly laughed. It looked like she was laughing, but her lips curled nastily. Hey, Tsugumi, where are you going?
手分けして様子を見るんでしょ。
Tsugumi's expression was blank again. Turning around, she headed for the entrance to the emergency corridor. Hey, you can't just... Come back here! Hey, idiot! She was already out of sight. Her shoes clacked on the metal stairs as she climbed.
すぐに行っちゃったね。どうするの？
心配です。
I'll follow her. So her brow furrowed and her expression stiffened.
でもさ、いいんじゃないかな。
The kid had broken in silence, and it was a little
た
surprised.
けしの言う通りだよ。このままじっとしていても意味はない。
He continued without pausing.
宇都宮は先に2階を見に行った。それだけのことだと思う。だから僕らは3階を回ろうよ。
よし、わかった。賛成。そうだね。そうしようか。
Sounds like a plan. I give a big nod.
仕方ありません。皆さん、くれぐれも危ないことはしないでくださいね。
I'll stay here with Sora. We're safe. Sora finally nodded slightly. Once everyone's minds were set, things picked up. Dang, alright. Sora said she was going back to the control room to get data, so we went our separate ways. You, Coco, the kid, and I went to search around the complex. We decided to check the normal corridors and the emergency corridors above and below them on the 3rd floor. Splitting into pairs where the corridor forked, we agreed to meet back at the fork when we had checked the corridor ahead. We did that over and over. We walked every corridor that we could walk down. I wonder if water was leaking anywhere. I figured that the water pressure would send water spurting through any cracks it could find. Also, I thought there might be other people who have been left behind. According to Sora, the system had told her that there are 6 people in the complex. Still, there are no guarantee that was right. I thought that if we found somebody else, it might change our situation. There could also have been a corridor that the broken sensors weren't picking up. I hope there might be a door to the surface that we were simply unaware of. I couldn't throw away that shred of hope. While we were out searching, Sora continued to try to get into contact with LeMU's central computer, LeMU, to gather more information. Sora had said that she wanted to establish a means of communication with the outside. Returned to the front of the kiosk, Sora had arrived first and was waiting. And Tsugumi was nowhere to be seen.
戻ってきてないね、つぐみ。
We can't just let her run loose. I wonder where she went.
確認してみますか？
We all went into the central control room.
もう一度全館の生体反応を調べます。もし小町さんが移動していてもこれで見つけられます。もちろん小町さんが館内にいらっしゃればですが。
And if she is live, I managed to keep that thought from coming out of my mouth. It only took a moment for a map of LeMU and data from the sensors to appear. There was one fuzzy light on the second
あれ
floor.
が小町さんですね。
There were a number of lights in a room on the 3rd floor. I figured that was the control room that we were.
あ、
どうしたの？
あれ、なんかおかしくない？ほら。
The kid pointed out at the corner of the monitor. It indicated a single-digit number. I thought that said, never mind, bruh. It's always best to keep your mouth shut. Life reading 6.
よく見て。
Life reading 5. Life reading 7. Life reading 6. Life reading 5. Oh, that's my mouse. 7, 6, 5, 7, 6.
あ、本当ですね。なぜでしょうか。
So it fitted with the console, but the numbers on the monitor continued to fluctuate. Numbers change every few seconds. But even while the life scans numbers change, no new lights appeared or disappeared.
もしかして僕たちの他にも誰かレミューの中にいるのかな。もしもあの表示が本当は7だとしたら。
そういうことになるね。
ねえ、その人を探した方がいいんじゃないかな。そうだ、困ってるかもしれない。助けてあげないと。
Hang on, kid, calm down. For a while, all of our eyes were glued to the changing numbers. Watching them change was unsettling. Finally, life reading 6. The monitor settled on the number 6. The light on the second floor was moving around slowly. The 5 lights on the third floor were all in one room, unmoving.
先ほどのセンサーの誤動作なのでしょうか。原因がわかりません。もう少し様子を見ますか。
Nah, Tsugumi on the second floor, and there are 5 of us here. So the number 6 is probably right, don't you think?
でも
Well, I figure if we go look around a little more, we'll find out soon enough.
そうね。
Alrighty then. So, do you all want to head to the second floor? I thought it was best if we actually took in the situation with our own eyes. We climbed to the top of the long emergency stairs together. In the end, we didn't find anybody else on the third floor. We didn't see any routes that looks like they might lead out either. Sora had told us that there was no schedule for the communication system to be back online. We could look at the information displayed on some of the LeMU terminals, which were set in some attractions and in the corridors, but we couldn't operate them in any way. The cause for that was unclear too. The fact that there were no leaks on the floor was our one saving grace. We arrived at 6:40 p.m. Let's see. We arrived at Zweitzer Stock, the second floor. Sora gave us 30 minutes of free time, but it still didn't mean we could go running around as we please. So we decided to randomly hit some of the rooms and search them. Sora held her hands out in front of her, and a holographic window appeared.
このフロアは下と違って各種センサースキャンの機能が正常に動くようです。フロアそのものの安全性も比較的確保されています。あ、小町さんは確かにこのフロアにいます。エレベーター付近を歩いているようです。
You can tell that.
はい、私は警備室で作業を続けつつ皆さんのことをモニターしています。何か問題があれば全体放送でアナウンスをかけます。皆さんも何かあったらすぐに私を呼んでください。
How do we contact you?
わかった。それじゃあ解散。30分したら警備室に集まりましょう。
了解。
了解。
Sure, whatever. After closing the holographic window, Sora went into the room a little way down the corridor. Apparently, that was the security office. Everyone headed out in a different direction from the corridor intersection. I took my PDA out of my pocket and pushed the button. It was recharged and the backlight was working without a problem. I reset the time. After that, I tested it a number of times, but it didn't seem to be able to make a call or go online. Maybe I ought to give up using this to get in touch with the outside. I pushed the PDA back into my pocket. I had 30 minutes left. I was trying to decide which area of the park to visit first. I kind of want to go to the Dolphin, right? Dolphin merry-go-round or souvenir shop. Souvenir shop might have potato chips. I'm just curious. Oh, damn it, we've been here. I headed to the room with attractions. There was a carousel there. Instead of horses, it had dolphin theme. It looked like its official name was Dolphin Carousel. With no visitors around, the merry-go-round seemed a little spooky and very lonely. Even the Dawson themselves looked sad. Whoa! Suddenly a happy melody started, and the ride began to rotate. Of course, no one was riding it. All of a sudden, it no longer seemed so lonely, but that much more spooky. Whoa, what is this? Watch out, this place is haunted! Even thinking about it gives me the creeps. And then from somewhere, I heard someone snickering. You came skipping over to me.
あれ、クラナリ、いつ来たの？
Looks like you were having a lot of fun.
だってほら、楽しいでしょ？ウキウキするでしょ？
What?
一回これ回してみたかったのよね。
Oh. You point to the merry-go-round. Don't just turn it on without any warning. You almost gave me a heart attack. You surprised the heck out of me. I shook my fist at her. I might have been exaggerating a little bit, but...
クラナリ、何イルカ木箱時にビビってんのよ。
You looked at me sideways and grinned at me mischievously. Nobody's supposed to be here in a theme park. It was like a horror movie.
まったく怖がりね。
Well, you were wasting energy by turning it on too. What if there was a blackout? And we got no idea how long LeMU backup power is good for. Besides, everybody know that you should save energy.
怖がりな上に心配性ね。
Damn, bruh, she calling me a bitch? That's what she's calling me. I agree. He is acting like a bitch. My man need to take a couple steps backwards and just breathe. What are you talking about? It's common sense.
あのね、クラナリ、知らないの？
Next, she held her palm out and feigned exaggerated surprise.
このレミューは外部から電力を供給してもらってるわけじゃないの。
That sprite look kind of nice, right? I guess you're seeing it weird though. You're seeing it stretch. I might test it out a little bit later.
館内に自家発電機を持ってるんだよ。水深100メートルの海底に熱水噴出口。まあ平たく言えば温泉よね。それがあって、そこから熱水を汲み上げて気化させてる。その蒸気圧力および施設内で発生した排熱蒸気によってタービンを回して館内で必要な電力のすべてを発
Yeah, I
電
just
する。
ignored all of that. I'm not gonna lie. I was scratching my foot. Let's see. Alright.
テーマパークであると同時にクローズとスペースプラントのテストモデルの側面もこのレミューは持ってるの。以上、新人マニュアルからの受け売りでした。
Then she memorized that. That's pretty impressive. Ah, I see.
ああ、発想はないでしょうに。せっかく説明してあげたのに。
I mean, what a wonderful explanation. You're a model employee. だ。
クラナリ君はイルカがぐるぐる回るのに驚いて「うわお!」とかセクシーな叫び声を上げた上にちょっぴりブルっちゃいました。
Man, why you gotta be mad, bruh?
で、みんなに言いふらしちゃおうかな。
Do what you want. Then again, maybe you shouldn't. The dolphin had stopped moving on their own accord. You explained that the ride ran for about 3 minutes each time before shutting off automatically. I leaned against the fence surrounding the dolphin carousel. So you only work here part-time during the holidays?
ええ、4月の末から泊まり込みでここで働いてる。今日で4日目かな。
Damn, that sucked, bruh. And then out of the blue, you get this? Pretty rough.
クラナリはレミューに来るの何回目？
This is the first time.
私の方が3日余計にいた分だけマシだね。
You laughed happily. She sure was cheerful, and I had to respect her unflagging optimism and energy. You're tough. I mean, this situation is so depressing and doesn't seem to faze you.
そんなんじゃないよ。さっきも言ったでしょ。暗い方がいいの？
I think it's better to laugh.
そうそう、そんだけよ。
Then she laughed again. I tried to force a smile. You stretched like a cat. Then she sat there and hugged her knees. I followed suit and sat down next to her.
本当はね、お父さんがここにいるかもって思って来たの。
Your dad?
実はね、私のお父さん、レミューの開発部門で働いてたの。
Research and development?
コンピューターのプログラムよ。空が使ってるホログラムとか、レミの端末とか管理システム。
Man, he's a genius.
詳しくは聞いてないんだけど、その辺のどれかを作ったらしいのね。ここができる前。でもちろん一人でやってたわけじゃないよ。プロジェクトの一員として開発に携わってたってこと。
Huh, is that so?
でもお父さんはある日突然いなくなっちゃったんだ。
What?
行方不明になっちゃったの。
When?
それが物心ついた時にはすでにいなくって、私が1歳の時、つまり
Holy
今から
shit.
17年前のことね。
How the fuck do you remember anything at 1 year old? What do you mean? He's been, as far as I can remember, 1 year. No fucking way, bruh. 17 years ago. So you don't remember your father?
うん。写真とかムービーとかでしか見たことはなくて、ちゃんとした記憶は残ってないの、全然。
Ah, okay. Catching water. Okay.
今言ったことも全部お母さんから聞いた話で、
But why? Why did he disappear?
それが分かればこんなところまで来たりしないよ。ただほんのわずかな手がかりがここにあるだけ。お父さんの姿が最後に目撃されたのはこのレミューの中だったの。だからここに来れば消えたお父さんの手がかりが何か見つかるかもしれないって、そう思って。
You hugged her knees more tightly.
お母さんはお父さんのことを死んじゃったんだって思ってるみたいだけど。
I mean, he's been gone for 17 years. Dead. The word dead had a heavy ring to it.
でもね、私は信じてるの。お父さんは絶対どこかで生きてる。だってそうでしょ。お父さんはただ行方不明になっただけで遺体が見つかったわけじゃないんだし。
I don't know, is like the fan translation or is that what she's saying for real?
最近できたアトラクションにもお父さんの新しいプログラムが使われてるみたいなの。この館内のどこかにお父さんがここで仕事をしてたことを示す手がかりが残ってるはず。まあもっともそのアトラクションはもう水の中に沈んじゃったけどね。
After that, we lapsed into silence. I didn't know if I should say something to her. I tried to think of what to say, but didn't hit upon anything. Suddenly, you stood up.
そろそろ BGM が欲しくなってきたな。こう愉快で軽快な音楽をさ、ドンとこドンと。つうわけでもう一回イルカを回してきます。クラナリもそろそろ見回りに戻ったら。
With that, she darted away. Hey, you! The dolphin started spinning again. You didn't come back. It looked like she had disappeared to the corridor behind the merry-go-round. I guess I'll get out of here. It was as if the dolphin saw me off. I left the room behind. Dolphin carousel, situation normal. Alright. I think we'll call it here. I'm gonna call it here. Dang, this was you. This game, first impression, 2 hours. This game's sick. I love this game already. right? I like the animations, the little animations. I like the opening. The character designs and model. Shh. It kind of look like it's from the 90s. I'm not gonna lie. Not even the 90s. Like, because 90 characters look wild, right? They got like, you know, 90s hair and shit. This game looked like it's from the early 2000s, I want to say. Like, it looks cool. Fuck you, right? That's all that matters. It looks really cool. But besides the looks, I like this a lot. I like the animation. I like the BGM playing right now. I think it's pretty cool. I like the story, right? I like this pacing. People, one of the biggest complaints for this game is the pacing, right? They say so many slices of life. I'm only 2 hours in, and the pacing is pretty nice, at least in the beginning. We'll see later down the line. The character so far seems kind of pretty aight, right? And yeah, first impression, I like this game a lot. It's pretty good. But with that, I appreciate when I stopped by. It's been cool. I'm gonna head out. We'll play more Ever17 laters. Bye.